It's MiMi time! Let's finish reading. Horton hears a who? Horton hears a who?
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 Horton hears a who?
Who?
Let's see, where did we leave off? Horton found the little dust speck and he put it on the clover. And then the kangaroo came and they were laughing that nobody could be on that clover. And then he found out that there was a lot of people on the clover. There was a whole city on the clover. So where did we stop? Oh, we stopped right here last night. On page 8, I believe. But just as he spoke to the mayor of the speck, 3 big jungle monkeys climbed up Horton's neck. The Wickersham brothers came shouting, What rot? The elephant's talking to who's who are not. They aren't any who's, and they don't have a mayor, and we're going to stop all this nonsense. So there. There's the 3 monkeys going up Horton's neck. They snatched Horton's clover. They carried it off to the black-bottomed eagle named Vondikoff. A mighty strong eagle, a very swift wing. And they said, will you kindly get rid of this thing? And before the poor elephant could even speak, the eagle flew off with the flower in its beak. Oh, it's taken the clover off. And he's flying away. All the late afternoon and far into the night, that black-bottomed bird flapped his wings in fast flight, while Horton chased after with groans over stones that tattered his toenails and battered his bones, and begged, please don't harm all my little folks. They have as much right to live as us bigger folks do. But far, far beyond him, the eagle kept flapping, and over his shoulder called back, quit your yapping. I'll fly the night through. I'm a bird. I don't mind it. I'll hide this tomorrow, and you'll never, ever find it. And at 6:56, the next morning he did. It was a terrible place that he hid it. He let the small clover drop somewhere inside of a great patch of clovers 100 miles wide. Oh my. Find that, screeched the bird. But I think you will fail. And he left with the flap of his black-bottomed tail. Oh no, there it goes. There's the little speck. The little bitty speck. And there's the clover. And look, it's fallen in a field of clover. How will Horton ever, ever find it? I'll find it, cried Horton. And find it I will. I'll find it or bust. I shall, my friends, on that small speck of dust. And clover by clover with care, he picked them up, searched them, and called, are you there? But clover by clover, he found that the one he had sought was just not around. And by noon, poor old Horton, more dead than alive, had picked, searched, and piled up 9,005. Poor Horton. He's looking for the who. Then on through the afternoon, hour by hour, till he found them at last on the 3 millionth flower. My friends, cried the elephant, tell me, do tell, are you safe? Are you sound? Are you whole? Are you well? He sure picked a lot of clover to find his friends. Sometimes that's what we have to do. We have to pick through a lot of clover to find our friends. From down on the speck came the voice of the mayor. We really had trouble, much more than our share, when our black-bottomed birdie let go and we dropped. We landed so hard that our clocks have all stopped. Our teapots are broken, our rocking chairs smashed, our bicycle tires are blew up and crashed. So Horton, please, please, said the voice of the mayor's, will you stick by us, who's, while we're making repairs? Of course, Horton answered, of course I will stick. I'll stick by the small folks through thin and through thick. And there they are, all the who's in Whoville making all their repairs. Can you see them, Maylee? They're all the Who's on the little clover are working so hard, making all the repairs. Humph! Humph! Here comes the kangaroo. Humph! For almost 2 days, you've run wild and insisted on chatting with persons who never existed. Such carry-ons in our peaceful jungle. We've had quite enough of your bellowing bungle. And I'm here to state, snapped the big kangaroo, that your silly, nonsensical game is all through. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, me too. With the help of the Wickersham brothers and dozens of Wickersham uncles and Wickersham cousins and Wickersham in-laws, whose help I've engaged, you're going to be roped and you're going to be caged. And as for your dustbag, ha! We will find them and boil them in a hot steaming kettle of bezelnut oil. Boil it, gasped Horton. All that you can't do. It's all full of persons. I'll prove it to you. Mr. Mayor, Horton called. Mr. Mayor, you've got to prove it now that you're really there. So call a big meeting, get everyone out. Make every who holler, make every who shout. Make every who scream. If you don't, every who is going to end up in a bezelnut stew. Okay, I think that's about it for tonight. We'll cut off here so we can finish reading it tomorrow. Tomorrow night we'll finish up with Horton Hears a Who, Maylee. And then we could start another book. But you want to go see what Molly's doing? She's on the porch. Let's see if we can get Molly in here tonight. Molly? Hello, Molly. Molly, come here. Sit. Good girl. Good girl, Molly. You want to say hi to Maylee? Around here, Molly. Turn around. Hey, turn around. Turn around. Turn around. There goes your kitty. Sit. Good girl. Good girl, Molly. You want to go back out so you can chase the bugs? You might find a who in Whoville. You want to go look for the who's? Good girl, Molly. Find the who.